10 shots. Oh, I just had like 10 shots. Oh, shit. Oh, we're live.
Good job, Bronzo. All right, this is War Commander Live, season 3, episode
Good start there,
24.
Noah.
I
Good
don't
start.
know. I don't know what episode it is. Richie would know what
Good
episode
start.
it is.
Welcome
Alright.
to War Commander Live, the new revamped show.
We've been doing this for
Revamped?
3 years.
No, our seasons aren't year-longs anymore.
Oh.
For some reason.
It's amazing how people still watch this.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, but with us tonight, we have Adam SBS.
Hello.
We have Bronco AA.
Hey, guys.
We have Oddball Phil.
Hello, guys.
And we have Oddball Noah, me. Alright. We have a lot to talk about on the show tonight, and Wes should be joining us soon. He's playing with fireworks right now. Yeah, that should be interesting.
In the back of a cab.
Exactly. Playing with his fireworks in the back of the cabin.
That's another show completely.
Mm-hmm. You gotta pay for that one. It's on HBO. You gotta pay for that one. Okay.
Premium.
Yeah, it's premium. We all know it's premium.
HBO, that should be up in the 400 channels.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. Well, we did start the event this week, if that's what you want to call this event.
Just clusterfuck.
Yes. What's your guys' main thoughts on the event?
My main complaint about this event is the SS, the 95s. I mean, you go from one extreme to the other. That just blows my mind. I mean, it's great for, I took a nightmare that I hadn't done anything with because you have 200 plus, what's that, the VXP? I took that from, I just hit real quick, and it went from 0 to 7. I mean, that was a great point, but I don't know. The amount of tunes that you have to waste on that is just insane.
Well, I don't know, because I mean, I've been following the forums and the chats and the pages, and everyone's complaining about how much they're losing and all the repair times and all that. I got online, did TOA, and 95 dropped. I lost in total 2 Vanks, 3 Preservers, and a quarter of my Titan. And it took me half an hour.
Well, that's the other thing.
It's just time consuming more than anything else.
I mean, they boosted up 15 minutes. Last event, I was doing probably between 4 and 6 SS bases. And the first time I jumped on, Deputy Dog, very experienced player, he did 1 in like 20 to 30 minutes, and he took loss, and he ended up using 60 coin, which, you know what, if you're going to do that for 1 base, it's just insane.
The thing I don't get is the amount of people complaining about these 95 bases. Kixeye then turns around and adds more fucking shit into it as prizes you can win. So you've got even less chance to get the Sandstorm.
The thing with that is because nobody's hitting them, so they're trying to entice people. I don't know. You're gonna put that much effort into winning charged ordnance that you can't get anymore? Which, if you get the charged ordnance, you don't get the XP. I don't know. Does that sound, worth it? Not to me.
Not really, no. It's not worth it at all.
Or a nightmare. Or a nightmare. Seriously?
Them things rock. They're awesome units. I fucking love them.
No, well, you see who's gonna go and hit the 95 for another nightmare.
Fuck that shit, man. I've got like another 10 building.
But I mean, no, it is a little ridiculous. I mean, I was talking to another 39, and he said that he spent like 500 coin to do 195, and I'm like,
That's
crazy.
insane. That is a 500 coin. What's that? $50? Isn't 500 coin $50? That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about 30 quid over here.
I mean, you know what?
Overall, the event in hard, it's not too difficult. It's just the 95s that screw you over. You work hard to get them bases out, you see the bases, and you think, fuck that.
Exactly.
What is the point?
Yeah.
My big
I don't know. Maybe I'm a little behind then. I mean, because my base will not hold the tier 8 defend. It won't hold it.
I'm a level 42, and I did the first 2 tiers, and I went to the 3rd on the defense, and I was like, holy shit. I mean, you know, I'm not a regular 42. I still got a lot to upgrade, but holy crap. I like the 1 defense. You do the 1 defense, you go right to the other ones. This 3 defense crap is, I don't know, I don't like it.
I think they put that in to stop sort of like really low level players getting a certain spec up and using that to do the defense wave to boost their XP. Because I read in a forum somewhere that they made more waves so that the lower players can stick to their tier without sort of like using a spec up and using luck to boost a load of XP to get units that apparently they don't deserve just yet.
Well, I do have to say that any new players that came in, and this is like their first event, if I would have come into this game and seen what they did to this event, I probably would have been like, you know what, I'm going to go do a different game. That's just because I see 35s saying that all they're going to do is tier C. You know, and we can argue about skill level and this and that and everything else, but you know what? I've been sticking to B because, I don't know, I've got a bunch of Scorp Ops, and I don't take any loss. I don't know.
It seems like the logical way to go. If you're not getting any loss from it,
Exactly.
you might as well just repeat it, get the points, grind it out.
Well, with the Scorp Op, I can get 250k. I mean, I don't need a lot, so it's not a big deal. But this event is, I don't know, it's
Yes.
it's boring, and it's really been to that place of, all right, you know, last event was awesome. I thought last event was, you know, the 95s that come out, you could bang out 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. You know, you had fun, and you would bang. You know, you go through the tier A's. This one here, it's like, all right, it seems like Kixeye got a little bit greedy. That's my take.
I just think it's the repetitive cycle. You know, you have a good event, you have 2 bad events, you have a fucking event like this, you have an easy one. It's like they take the good ones, they get all the good feedback, they get players loving them, and they just fucking flip it for the next event. And it's like, you know what? Have this event up your fucking ass. What is the point? I've been tier twice. I'm done. I'm bored. I'm not hitting the 95. I'm not getting the Sandstorm. I'm not going to use it. What is the point?
You know what? I gotta put it to this way. It's probably not even the event. I just started re-upgrading the Banshees, and I got them up to, I think, 16 or 17, and all my stuff is maxed out, all my resources, and all of a sudden I looked at the next level, and for metal and oil it's 166, so now I gotta re-upgrade that crap. It's like, seriously, trying to catch up at level 42 with all this other stuff that's coming out, it's just kind of insane. You know, I know. What was it? A year and a half ago, I know all the higher levels were complaining about You know, there's nothing to upgrade. There's nothing to do. There's nothing this. And all of a sudden now they're just throwing stuff after stuff after stuff. It's like, enough. Let us all catch up. Let us go off to war. I mean, everybody here loves to go off to war. You know, defend a sector. You know, fight a sector. It's tough. You go off and you fight cheaters, and you can't collect crap. You can't do shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like me.
I know I'm
level
rambling, but
36, but I'm a level 36, and I'm so far behind on even trying to gather anything that I'm just trying to get what I can to make it through.
That's the thing, though. That there's no logical way to do this anymore. They're throwing Thor bolts at you, they're throwing metal and oil shit at you, they're throwing another rocket silo, heavy turret platforms. And it's not as if it's 5-second upgrades when you can catch up. It's like 4, 5, 6, 7 days to 12 days a level. The next week they're bringing out 3 more buildings.
oh my god, the Phantom. The Phantom is an 8-day upgrade to level 4. Really? 8 days. What the frick is going to level 5? I know right after level 5 is all up, you know, Thor upgrades. But I don't
Have
know.
you seen the Thor upgrades for that?
Oh, don't even tell me. What are they, like
Right.
20 million?
38, 39, and 40 million.
Come on.
Something like that.
You know what? I know the one great thing I got to say about Pixar, what they did, is they finally upgraded the storage. All right. Well, you've got so much stuff with one dozer. I mean, can you give us a couple? You know, I love the aspect of 60s. You know, where if you have a couple of Raining Bloods and they throw you, just knock out the CC. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Why not give you, like once a week where you can upgrade 2 different things with a dozer or something?
No, as I've always said, let us buy another one. I'd buy one.
I'd buy one. Use it. You have to use metals. Something.
No, you gotta use gold. They want fucking gold. We'll use gold. Just, you want another dozer? It'll be 500 coin. $50 and you get another dozer. If you're a hardcore player and you want that extra dozer, then you'll get it.
That's the thing that they've already said they're not bringing out a second dozer. They said they're slowing down all these upgrades and all these shit they're throwing at us, but they didn't tell us the 4, 5, 6 months leading up to it. They're going to throw so much shit at us that it's going to still feel like Upgrade Commander for the next 2 years.
Oh yeah. I do like the aspect of the units where, you hit something, you grow, levels. That's awesome because when you have downtime, but the way that we go off into war and everything else, you really can't just sit in a sector and, hit 45s all day long, or hit a Thor, have someone else hit a Thor, and then put the turrets out and go in there and hit the turrets. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. Welcome, Naiden.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Oh, pretty good. How are you?
Oh, there he is. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my mute button?
It's right here with my glass of champagne.
Oh,
Nice. Somebody got fancy.
What'd
I
you
bought
just
a
get back?
bottle for my wife for her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to the wife.
Thank you.
There
What'd
you go.
you just get back from riding?
Yeah, I was out riding today. I gotta go out tomorrow. We got a benefit ride for a lost brother. I lost one of the members of my club.
Oh, sorry to hear about that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
But I do like it how he says, he goes, yeah, I got to go back out riding tomorrow. Like, that's like,
It's a chore. It really is. It's a chore.
You kidding me?
Yeah, actually I am.
The chore for him is when he wears his assless chaps.
Oh no, the wife likes that.
Everybody likes that.
I wouldn't say everybody would like that.
Whoa,
But
whoa, 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 whoa. you might like that, Adam, but the rest of us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Not everybody would like that.
I've got your back, Dan.
Thanks, brother.
Like you were saying, you're at 43, 42, 43.
Alright, who's got YouTube on in the background?
Yeah, King Side needs to go through and change something there, though. Because he was 42, hitting 30s and 31s.
Phil's. I don't.
Yeah, he's got to turn his volume up.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
coming in real low.
Yeah, his I'll have to check his mic again. It seems to turn itself down sometimes. I'm not sure why.
YOLO, jump in anytime you want, buddy.
Alright, thanks.
Yeah, there he is. He was having a few microphone problems and was trying to get that sorted.
You guys
in
hear me
Teams.
good?
No, we hear you great.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, I hear you.
Alright.
We hear you better than Phil. You don't know. If you let your father out of the closet, we might be able to hear him.
So, I mean, how do you feel about the event, bro? Yellow.
I'm having a tough time. I'm level 40. I only have one platoon of SF, and it's on repair right now because I did a 70, an 80 and a 75, and I just lost my ass in that. So it's a good thing I got them both done because that just shows I can do them. So without help. So
Yeah, I mean,
Well, at least you won't have to wait as long because Kickstarter will give you 25% faster repairs.
I like that a lot though. I mean,
They should
YOLO,
just have that
I have a
constantly.
question. Sorry, Adam, I didn't talk.
Yeah, sorry, carry on.
YOLO, how do you only have one platoon of special forces at level 40?
well, I took a break, so
Oh, okay, you missed a bunch of time.
yeah.
Okay, well that would be a number one priority. You gotta have SF. Vanks, hovers, they're all garbage. You need special forces.
Well, I'm going for Kara right now because she can do 75s, and I gotta. And 75s will give me the Elite Spectre and that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for.
What do you have for ops?
Perhaps. Well, I kind of used that already. I only have like. I mean, what makes me mad is that like the tier A bases only give you like freaking Slayer drones and crap.
Yep. You know what? That's what I was going to ask is because if you have some kind of ops like the Scorp ops or something like that, I know it's a pain in the ass, but instead of hitting the tier A, you can pretty much run through tier B with some ops. In 2 hours you can get like 250K somewhere around there, and I would definitely instead of worrying about Kara and stuff like that, I would grab all the last chance SF.
Definitely.
I know we have Preserver. What do we have? Preservers last chance.
Heavy operators. I'm gonna get a bunch of those.
Yep. I would go for that. Go for all the last chance stuff.
All right.
Kara's all right. You know what? I still love the first ones. Kara she doesn't do it for me for some reason.
Kara's badass, man.
I know.
Mine just made rank 10 today, so I'm halfway to 20.
Maybe it's because she doesn't wear those leather chaps or something. I don't know.
Do you want me to
No,
put
she
mine
wears
out
them.
for you?
She wears them. No, you get. I saw a video before, right, of someone who set up their SF2. They had Kara, a heavy operator, and 2 marksmen, and he was just flattening fucking all tier A bases with that 1-2, and 1 infiltrator with charged ordnance. He was taking out whole tunes with whole bases with just that 1-2.
See, my problem is I didn't get too many charged ordnance, so I'm kind of screwed.
That's a must-have. If you don't have it, it's a must.
I got
I've only got 3.
I only got 3 or 4 of them myself. I see people that instead of having to worry about getting electric, they got them throughout. I don't even know. I can't even remember how many you can get, and they have them throughout their tunes. So
I think one charged ordnance per SF tune's enough. I think.
Yeah, I put one on
One or
every
two.
lead. I put charged on my lead guys on each tune of Special Forces.
Yeah, I only have 5 charged ordnance, so I'm
Yeah.
A charged ordnance on
yeah,
infiltrators.
I got one. I got them all on my leads too.
The new units, the Jackals, I believe they're immune to shock. That's what kind of stinks.
They are.
Oh, so are the nightmares.
No,
what
they
else?
aren't.
No, nightmares.
No.
they're not?
Nightmares are shockable.
Yeah.
They're,
Yep.
Nightmares.
they're
You
like
can
the
shock
war
nightmares.
horses. They're like the war horses. They're just very like the effect don't
So
last. as
basically,
long.
the jackals are just for SF.
Jackals are like scorpions. You can't shot scorpions either.
My hovers eat them up. So
SF eats jackals, no problem.
Yeah. As long
Yeah.
as there's nothing else hitting them, they take them out quick.
The thing with the jackal is that if you're hitting a computer base, like in the event here, then the jackal will charge straight at you and then just sit there. So I mean, it's not moving around, it's not firing at multiple targets or something, you know. So it's pretty easy to take out if it just sits there.
I reckon if you get them to max level, which someone probably already has, and you've got a bunch of them, I reckon they'd do a lot of damage to your SF. They've got a lot of splash.
Yeah, as long as you keep moving, I believe that's the key to those units.
Yeah, you bang on a few heavy ordnances and like defensive stuff onto it and more damage to it. I reckon they'll eat SF up like nightmares.
Alright, I did see that Josh Tyler posted in the YouTube chat that the 70s will give out good ops. They have the same, it's actually the same opportunity to win the same ops that you win in the Shadow Ops 70s.
Correct. I've seen
Because
the same
they don't change the coding or something.
They do.
So I mean, the
They
game
do.
just sees like level 70 base and it just like automatically gives out a good op, I guess, instead of like the 90s where you get Slayer drones.
Well, I got into a debate with the Kickside team for one of the tickets because I sent them regarding the ops on the 70s. I think it was either last event or 2 events ago that they were just giving out basic stuff like Bacon Brigade and all that shit. And they suddenly changed it after the event that all 70s will go back to giving rare ops.
Yeah, the 70s give out really good ops. I just hit a 90 before the show and re-rolled 5 times and got Bacon Brigade, Clear Skies, some other piece of shit, and 8 million regiments. I think, really, for a 90? I mean, it
You know
should
what?
be all
I
elite.
agree with you.
Yeah, you know what though? Usually during the event, the one thing that you should probably try to hit is the 40s, not event 40s, but the
Sickle Syndicates.
yes. Those usually give out really good ops during event times.
I re-rolled 20 million Thor today on a fucking 40 trying to get Rain in Blood, and I ended up with an extra 8 million oil.
Well, I mean, yeah, you got to cut your losses at some time on those rerolls, you know.
Well, no, because I'm always thinking, it'll come. I've been after rare ops for the past 2 months for these HT60s, the CC only. I ain't had any luck.
Just think about it. You know, that was a pretty good. That was a pretty good catch. You know, you re-rolled 20, you got 8 million. So you know, that was good.
Oh yeah, 20 million Thor for 8 million oil. Brilliant.
Oh,
Hey, SBS. When those 60s were challenge or were CC only, I was sitting on 5 Raining Blood ops.
Oh Jesus! Nice.
You know what, Noah? Go fuck yourself.
Oh, don't be jealous, bro. You know.
I hit about 200 Sickle Syndicate 40s that night and got fuck all.
You know what? No, remember we were in 276, the 40s were giving out some serious crap in that sector. Remember that?
Yeah,
There was nobody in that sector. I mean, there was nobody in that sector, and you hit 40s, and you were getting all top everything. Remember that? It was
yeah,
insane.
I remember that.
Oh my! I love this place.
Yeah, I lied a little bit there, bro. I'm sorry. My YouTube is taking up some of my computer's RAM, I think. But yeah, the key to that seems to be if the population of the sector is low, and the infamy in the sector is low, then it seems like that the regular bases and even like the challenge bases seem to like give out more rare ops than in a high infamy or high population sector.
Yes, there's no one's hitting
Thor,
it.
the Thor in that sector spawned out horribly. I mean, there was only a handful of giants, which we were able. I was actually able to take out a ton of giants.
Nothing's pleasing Bronco tonight, is it? Everything's annoying him.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
when you have a low population sector, then they're not going to drop as much Thor as they would in a high
Oh,
population sector.
I understand
So-
that.
You can either get shitty ops and have a lot of Thor, or you can get all good ops and no Thor. So I mean, you know, it's kind of like you got to pick your battles there on which one you need more.
Yeah, but Adam, you can understand this sector that we went to. It was like it was a brand new sector. Like somebody just gave them a sector. Am I wrong or am I right, Noah?
No, that sector was easy.
There was
It was bad. It was pretty bad.
Everybody was in one spot, and throughout the whole entire sector, I mean, there was stuff everywhere, to where you had to stay in one spot. If you went out of one, it was almost like that show. What was that? Dome. You had to stay in the dome. If you went outside the dome, it was like Mad Max. There was nothing. You had to fight for it. It was insane.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I mean, the only problem about that was we only had 4 people jump into that sector, and I mean, they just sat and cried all the time while we went into their Thor, the very little Thor that dropped.
Oh, I was taking Thor right by their bases. And
Oh, yeah.
they never popped to take it. I was like, you kidding me, right?
Yeah, they wouldn't.
Speaking
Alright.
Speaking of Thor, have you guys seen the new Aircraft 75s?
Yeah, they're supposed to be, what, 8 million?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are 8 million, and they
I
are
haven't seen
bloody
one.
nasty.
I haven't tried one yet. I'm probably not gonna try though, but
Don't.
I absolutely love them.
Of course.
I
you
haven't
would.
even seen one yet.
I cannot stop. I've been hitting them all day. I cannot stop hitting them.
Okay, so what? Like, you don't take any loss hardly?
No, I get damage. I don't take loss. I get damage.
Okay.
What do you use?
Yeah.
I take my tune of SF, and I take my 2 nightmares, and that is it.
Nice.
I take my nightmares to rank them up. See, the trick is, as I found this out earlier, it all depends where your air spawns from. If it spawns from the top or the top left, don't even bother, because your air just gets absolutely hammered with flame cannons and storm turrets and the blitz. It just gets fucking pulverized. You have to work from either the bottom left or the bottom right. Make your way up, and that's it. It costs 1 vank if you want to use it.
Wow.
has anyone gotten like the new paint, like the Reaper paint or
Yeah.
like the Titan paint? Yeah, I got
I
the
got
Reaper
the-
paint on the first day. Did a few
I
of
got.
those.
Oh, that was it, Bronco. Speaking of looking all that, I hit my first Titan base and got the paint on the very first one.
Well, that'll cost you 120 sandstorm bases then, bro.
Now, I think we had a bet. I think I said that you would get it, and you would have to send me 500 gold.
I was drunk at the time. It don't count. Don't count.
All right.
But
Well, then you're gonna have to wear next show. You have to wear Nidan's assless chaps.
Hell no.
I'm already wearing them now. But no, guys, seriously, if you get a chance, hit the VK 75s. It takes me 2 attacks, 1 vank, 804.
Okay, so
Why don't you do a video of that and post that to our clan pages so that we can check out how you're doing them?
I will indeed.
Try to duplicate that.
I will indeed.
sounds good. Make sure you include the workshop and
Yeah,
all
'cause I haven't even
on
seen
your
it.
units.
I haven't even seen one of the 75s myself.
I
Well,
looked at one tonight and it was freaking nasty.
When I seen the 75s, it was on the first day they dropped, and they looked exactly like the 65s. So I don't know.
Yeah, same
they
here.
changed
That's
them.
that's what I saw too. Noah.
I think they changed them now. So
They
I'll
did.
see if I
They
can
must
pull
have.
one up here.
But this is the one I looked at least was a new layout and it was brutal. Me looking at it, I'm gonna waste 4+ tunes and most are all my air.
yeah, that's pretty brutal. You know.
I do have to say, I do like the 65s where you have to hit 1 to get metal and you have to hit 1 to get oil. Because hitting 35s all day long, especially now that
They're not out there.
You know what I hate about that? I can do the iron strikes. I can't do the sentinels. I get 80 million fucking metal, but I can't keep up with oil because I can't hit the same fucking base.
really.
Yeah, I found the sentinels a lot more annoying and a lot harder. Maybe it's because I ain't got enough charged ordnance, to be honest, but I end up with like 200 million metal and like 10 mil oil.
You know what's funny though? If you're a new player and you look in those and you see, because it shows, you get like 2,000 of each or whatever. Who the hell is going to even want to even continue the game? It should show you exactly what you're going to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it should. It really.
Because if you're a new player and it shows 2,000, you're like, who the hell's hitting this for 2,000?
What really took me off is the new update where they added 2 more heavy platforms. So now you're able to have 4 of those. What are they called? Overwatch turrets. Yeah. I mean, if you have those max, I don't know how you're able to even deploy SF and get close. So.
Well, the whole thing is they're setting these bases. All these upgrades have set people up to where you're hitting enemy bases with nothing but air.
Yeah.
And that's been that way for months now. Sandstorm, Spectre, and Elite Titan will maul almost any base.
I
Except
do have to
cheaters.
say, I was really disappointed that they came out where you can hit a base and get the Spectre, because it was really easy to spot the high ID numbers.
No, that's a bunch of BS. No.
And all of a sudden now they're giving it back out. It's almost like Kixeye saying, you know what? I'm gonna make it a little bit harder for you to spot the cheats.
No.
It really irritates me.
The BS about that is I hit one of those bases, and me being a noob, I lost a lot of shit in it, taking out those Ronins and all that. So, I got real happy. I finally got it. It took me like, I don't know, probably good 45 minutes to do it. But I finally got it. I was like, yes. I got happy about it. I'm thinking I'm gonna get some medals. Gonna get some good shit. It tells me I won the Archangel. I've had the Archangel for, I don't know, 3 months, something like that.
Come on.
Yeah. So it said I won the Archangel. I'm like, okay. So I click the next button, and that's it. I got no metal, no oil, no thorium, no metals. I got an Archangel that I already had.
Yeah,
You
that's
should have
problem.
you should have screenshot that and sent it to him and been like, hey, I already have this. What the fuck?
I sent it to
Funny.
Just give me a Spectre.
How are you guys finding them bases anyway?
Just my screen just freezes. But no, I sent a ticket into Kitsai about it, and the person replied back, and they said that they were sorry about the technical problem that I had or something about winning a prize I had already have, but it is a possibility that that's how they made it. But they passed on my complaint to the game engineers.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
They don't even care. They don't even care.
No, no, they don't care. They don't care that I spent like a day repair time on my SF because of trying to hit a base to get my Elite Spectre that I should have now, and I won an Archangel that I already had.
Basically,
They
that
just don't care.
was an FU to you and your cat.
It costs
Yeah,
you
you're
a
gonna talk about
day
my
repair
cat.
on your SF.
Because I used both my Sarkis tune and my Sheila tune.
What was it you said to me earlier? Cut your losses.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm gonna get this Elite Spectre, you know, but because that's something I need. I need that.
I'm gonna have to make another video out to show you how to do them.
No, okay. See, I watched the video on how to do them. I'm not dumb. I watched the video on how to do them. It's just my car is not matched, which means I don't have the 550 range to walk around back and do all the fancy footwork he done.
You can still do it with 500 range. I do it that way.
Yeah, I do it with preservers. And I have to
Okay,
leave
well-
preservers in there.
The trick with that is to draw one Ronin out, you hit the left avalanche turret. To
Yep.
draw the other Ronin out, you hit the other avalanche turret. The third Ronin doesn't move.
Yeah.
I hit them from the back side, but the Ronins didn't come out.
Huh?
So I don't know. I
What
don't
are you
know
hitting
what I
them
done wrong. My Sheila tune.
Yeah, because you should be able to do it to where you can draw one Ronin out at a time.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know.
trick
I
is
must
to
have messed
split-
mine up.
It's the trick's to split your SF tune out. So like you've got
Oh.
obviously if you can get like 3 leads into a tune, you have the 3 leads separate. And then
No,
what
I
you do
had
is you
them
send.
all bumped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
no.
I'm saying is you grab one of them to hit the avalanche to it and pull them out, while the other 2 leads and their squads are in a distance. So when the Ronin comes out chasing the other one, it stops there.
I don't know. I'll have to tell you what. I'll have to watch the video again and see how he does it again, and then I might try another one. But I sure as hell ain't taking another day
Yeah,
just
I'm not either.
just to win a prize that I already have again.
Yeah, but no, there's a way that you can pull those Ronins out one by one. You just have to do it the right way.
And I
Yeah.
got news for you. It says I win another Archangel. I better have 3 Archangels in my airfield when I wake up tomorrow.
What are you talking about? I have 10.
I did one and I got 300 medals. I was kind of bummed about that. It took me like basically the whole time, and all I got is 300 freaking medals.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I got disconnected and got nothing.
You know, I gotta tell you, these new bases and stuff like that, you hit an HD 30 for nothing, get 1,000 medals. You hit something like this, and you get 300 medals. I'm sorry, that is absolutely bullshit.
You should get
Yeah, and you've got a choice of like
3,000 medals.
50
You should get like
prizes.
2,000.
Yeah.
1,500. Maybe 3,500, something like that. I'm sorry. You're hitting a tougher base than a 30, and you get crap for medals. I don't get that.
Also, the new 65 bases. I haven't really been in those. Like, I'm not really sure what they look like, but they give like 100 SF points or something like that, like a bonus, something like that. I don't
I
know.
got my ass handed to me on that one.
What happened?
I got my ass handed to me. I went in,
Yeah.
give it a crack. It's got like fucking 2 orbital lasers. It's got maxed out turrets. It's maxed out. It's got a fucking elite Viper, for fuck's sake. You know, you're busy trying to kill war horses and scorpions and all that shit. You got all the lasers pounding you. Your fucking hair's getting demolished. Got microwaves and flame
And you
turrets.
got the Viper running around fucking knocking you out.
The fucking Viper running around, sticking his fucking finger at you. Yeah, I give up. You know, I cut my losses for once. I was like, fuck that. But there is a way to do it. All you need is a max level Sandstorm and a max level Elite Titan.
No, I just have to get the Sandstorm, but it ain't gonna be this event.
How many have you done? How many
The
of those?
The 95s?
Yeah, 95s.
None. You know what I use that for? I use that for because you get the 200 VXP. I looked at that thing. I was like, really? You kidding me? Because as soon as you go in, have you noticed that you have the way it was set up before is you would go in and you would start killing stuff. Now, when you go in, you have SF coming from both sides to hit you right off the bat. So I just send all my stuff in that, my nightmares and stuff like that. I just freaking level them up. I'm like, all right, we'll just start hitting it. And I went from 0 to 7 with one of my nightmares. I'm like, all right, I'll just start sending all my tunes in that I haven't done shit with and just level it up. It's just insane.
They are great for leveling units up.
Oh, it is. It's beautiful. That's about it. Because you know you're not getting the frickin' Sandstorm. No, seriously. I know I'm not getting it.
As well as the other 50 fucking prizes you can have from them.
Oh, jeez. Let's get some more prizes. Oh, I need some more nightmares. You know what? I would love to have some more charged ordnance. My luck, I know I will definitely get the frickin' nightmares. I'm already frickin' maxed out. Oh, here's another nightmare. Okay, I can't use it. Woohoo!
I just get XP. I get more XP from the 95s than I do from the event.
Well, that was what was great about last event. You know what? I would wait for them to come out, and I could do 4 or 5 frickin' last event just from those. I had over 5 million XP. But for some reason, Kix decided to be like, you know what? Screw you. You know what's funny though? I guarantee you, they've lost more coin from what they did to these 95s than the way they were.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because what I spent last event compared to the, I haven't spent a dime this event. I'm like, you know what? You want to give this? All right, that's fine. I'll just do tier B, and you know what? Screw you.
Yep. I have some gold in my account, and I'm not spending any of it for this event. It's completely screwed up. Seems like a complete waste of time. All right, Adam, you put on the list the new metal bases 5,000 metal payout.
Yes, we have some new medal payout bases that give out, I think, 5,000 medals.
I haven't seen those either. I thought that was a myth.
No,
Because somebody laughed at me. They're like, "Oh, that's not right. That's not right." I'm like, "That's what I heard. I saw it on the forum."
Yeah, I've seen them. I haven't attacked one. I've seen them there, and it's the old classic box shape, and it's got like fucking a flood. What is it? A storm in each corner, like 2 or 3 overwatches, fucking turrets left, right, and centre, banks, hovers. It's a tough base to crack.
Yeah, I haven't seen one
medals.
yet. I haven't seen one yet, so I can't make much of a comment on it. I was kind of surprised when I seen it on the list actually, because I haven't seen one yet. With all the new bases coming out, it's kind of hard to keep up on all of them.
Well, it's not that. It's when they said they was bringing out bases, they give out a shitload more resources. I was absolutely happy. I was ecstatic. I was sick of hitting the 30s and 35s. And then they brought them out, and I was like, you know what? You're not having both of them. You can have one that gives metal and one that gives oil. So you have to do twice as much work. And it's not even simple basis for resources. 30s and 35s, you can go in with your air or your ground and, just put it on Ruby and let it do the work. With these, it's like you have to work for your fucking resources.
Yeah, it's true, and I mean, I just ain't gonna work that hard for resources when I can put my my Titan or my Banshees in on Ruby, and then go and do something else for 3 minutes and come back and I've got resources. Go to the next base, Ruby, and go and do something else again.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems kind of pointless to hit those for, and then you got to hit 2 bases, as you said. I mean, one for metal, one for oil. It would have been better. What do you get? Like 80 million each? You said.
Yeah, you get 80 million. No, you get around 83 million with one resource.
All right. Instead of getting 83 million of one resource, you should have got like 41 million of each. I mean, that would have been better. It would have been more sensible.
Yeah, but if they did that, then the players would just turn around and say, well, what's the point? I can hit Hellhound 45s with no loss and get 40 million into attacks.
Hellhound 45s do about 20 million.
Yeah,
Don't they?
2 of them.
Oh, you said to attack.
Yeah,
so.
to put it at 40 million, yeah, hit 2 of them, you might as well.
Sorry, I had a blonde moment. Okay. No, blonde moment. Okay. Yeah.
It's just unnecessary bases, taking up the world map. No one's hitting him. Very few people are hitting him because very few people have the units to do it like quickly.
I hit him for resources.
Yeah, it's just a nuisance more than anything else. It's like look at the days during this event. You got the event bases out, you got the Bearcraft bases out, you got the Bearcraft 75s, and you've got the medal bases. But you can't seem to find the fucking base you want.
Let's see.
Sorry, y'all. My wife ran over my cord, and every time it clicks out, I have to reconnect with the vacuum.
Yeah. She sucked it up with the vacuum, didn't she?
I think it was on purpose.
Probably was.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you want to spend all this time on this game? I'll show you, jackass.
Oh, where's Chris gone?
He went to
Take his
show
ass
his,
on the chaps off.
I was just gonna say that. Alright, let's see. How about that new update that caused all the players, or well, not all the players, but a lot of the players to lose everything? Did that happen to anybody in A or IB that is still having a problem with that?
I know it happened to a couple of AE members. There's one that's still gone. I know. How about you guys in the IB?
I don't think it's happened to anyone in IB to lose everything.
It's actually happened to a couple of players in AE.
I'm not 100% sure, but there are a few members that can't even do their event.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's funny is when that was going on, I was actually on my phone. I was getting all the PMs. I'm like, oh shit. I was so afraid to load into the game. I'm like, if I lose all my shit, I'm not going to be a happy person. Because I think I probably would have just quit the game at that point.
Yeah, they said that they're going to hand out temporary, or they are handing out temporary bans.
Actually,
people.
It's not temporary bans. What it is they're going back to a certain date. You know how you have that little red box that saves your game every time you do something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually go back to a certain date. So if you were actually able to play and you did, say, because some people lost like all their SF, so they had air. Some people lost everything. Some people lost, air and not SF. So they were still doing the game. So they lost that XP because what you would have to do is go back to that date and reboot the whole thing. It was a mess.
That'd be bad if it happened to you, Bronco, because your nightmares won't be level 7 anymore.
I know.
No, the only thing that happened to me was my hellhounds that I had built, and they were like rank 7 or something. They are now gone. So that's the only thing that I seem to be missing. So I just didn't even worry about it.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
a lot of people, what was going on is they lost absolutely everything.
Yeah.
They went in and they had nothing. So that's why they had to come up with this. All right, you have to go back. You have to get banned for a few days. Go back to that spot and reboot your whole entire thing, which, at least they came up with that, because a lot of the time in the future, remember, there was some times where people would lose, like, the Titans back in the day and this and that, and they'd be like, yeah, sorry, now you have to rebuild the whole entire thing. So
The thing that makes me laugh about that update is when people lost everything, their infamy got reset to 0 when Kixeye took control of their accounts. There was a possibility that your infamy would go to 0. And I don't know if you've noticed on like the KT pages and all the other pages on Facebook that all the crybabies on there are calling every single person that has 0 infamy a cheater.
you know what? My thing is, if I got my infamy taken down to 0, I would actually love it, because when you hit a high level base, you know you can hit it. You all right, Adam?
Yeah, I'm just getting hungry.
Yeah.
Sounds like your wife.
Classless chats, I'm getting cold.
It sounds like you're wrestling with an alligator or something. I don't know.
No,
I do that on a Saturday.
No, Bronco, your wife is now vacuuming at Adam. She's just trying to vacuum up another cord.
No, my wife is actually snoring up a storm. But anyways, if my infamy got knocked down to 0, I would never have a problem with that, because and to call someone a hack, if you're back in the game and you're down to 0, how are you a hack? But my thing is, I would love for my infamy to be back down to 0. You go and hit the high level bases and you take 150 infamy off of them one shot. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because you start hearing them cry, oh, you're a hack, you're this, you're that. I mean...
Yeah, I remember when Deputy done that, when I landed on top of him and ported him halfway across the map, and all his infamy was gone, and his Thor was gone, and all that.
Oh, I bet he really liked you then, didn't he?
That just happened with him again. He got shot across the map. He's over in the 490s.
Well, that's where I landed at too. But I mean, yeah.
No, yeah, he just got landed on again. He's got like no infamy. I'm like, oh.
No, at the time when everybody was losing their stuff and their tanks and everything, I ended up losing the use of my bulldozer, and I got the message today that Kixeye gave me 100 gold for that, because I lost my dozer. I couldn't use it to upgrade my...
You lost your bulldozer?
Yeah, I could. It said that it was busy and I couldn't upgrade the oil pumps or the metal factory.
That's a new one, because I haven't heard of that one. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's some of the shit that they've got going now. Is he said that his dozer was busy, and I'm like, well, what are you upgrading? And he's like, no, I'm not upgrading anything, and I'm like, well, that's gotta be doing something.
Yeah, that's my, You know what it is? Is Kixeye's trying to... They're coming out with so much stuff. The whole game is messing up. You know what? Stop with all the crap. Just play the game. We actually need a break of all the upgrading, all the new crap, you know. I mean, it's all great and everything else, but holy crap. You know, you know what's coming next, and I hate to say it. You know what's going to happen because of all the stuff that we're putting in our bases now. You know they're coming out with more walls.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for that.
You know we're going to get another 100 walls. You have to. There's no way.
A new command center. I'm betting you that will happen too.
Oh yeah, that'll be a 3-month update. It'll be great.
That's to level. That's to level it up a little bit as well.
No, it's insane. You know, play the game. Give us a break.
If they're going to bring out all these upgrades, make it Thor upgrades. You know, if you're bringing out all these, like the 2 new thorium vaults to make it 80 million, make it like fucking 10, 20 million an upgrade.
Nah, you know what happened? It was like 6-8 months ago. Everybody was complaining about the Thor upgrades. So they're like, alright, we're not going to do the 5-second Thor upgrades. We'll start, you know, you can get a low resource, like the Phantom. Phantom was actually a low resource upgrade. But it's freaking 8, 9, 10 days until you hit thorium. And you just, like you guys just said, now it's, you know, once you do a thorium upgrade, it's, what did you guys say? It was 20,000 for freaking, seriously?
Yeah, it's like you get these units that are real powerful. It's like the Titan. When we got all the new level upgrades, it was 10, then 20, then 30, then 40 million Thor. So you had to upgrade your Thor vaults. Your Thor vaults was like 10, 12, 14, 16 million Thor. But it was all 5 seconds. It's like, if you can hold that much Thor, then you've gone through all the upgrades, then yeah, have the 5 seconds at that much Thor. But if you've got 10, 20 buildings to upgrade at 6, 7, 8, 9 days apiece, what is the point? We've got all these new metal and nano storages to upgrade. They're over a day each. And they were like an extra, what, 5 levels each?
Oh yeah. You know what's funny was a lot of people, they were all excited. They're like, oh, we have 2 more thorium deposits we can use. And I said, you know what? Be careful what you wish for, because now you're going to see real high-level thoriums. I mean, there's going to be a unit, I guarantee you, of like 80 million thorium. Can you imagine that?
No. The thing about this is then, I mean, who's gonna go and take 80 giant thoriums for
Yeah, but
80
no one takes
million?
giants
Oh, they're not.
anymore.
They're not. That's why
No.
they're coming out. That's why they're coming out with the higher, you know, the thorium, the 75s and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing all this.
I haven't hit a giant Thor in about 6 months.
Why? I mean,
Because
I
I
hit
hit the
giants
50s,
all
I
the
hit the 65s, I hit the 75s. It's instant payout. I'm not waiting for Thor to come in.
okay, but
I
you
think-
get a Matt's Titan, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't use it.
Why not? You can take a Matt's Titan and a giant and take no damage, hardly.
Because then I'm waiting 5-6 hours for the Thor to come in. I
So?
can hit I can hit 650s the time one giant comes in and
Yep.
have all my shit repaired. I can hit a 75, have no repairs, and have 8 million Thor there and then.
Yep.
I don't see the point in hitting the details anymore, unless I've got a load of Twin Titan Ops and a load of fucking Jumbo Jets.
Yeah, you're actually gonna see the large Thors. You're gonna actually see those bubbled for low levels. You're gonna see giant Thors bubbled. The higher levels we get, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be all. Actually, you know what? I would actually like to see, instead of doing that, maybe like a Godzilla giant or something where he got. No, seriously.
The only time I would ever hit a giant Thor is if they increased it to 5 million thorium a deposit. That is
Yep.
the only time I. They need to increase them.
Okay, the
No,
next
that's what I'm saying.
thorium.
They
The
gotta they
next,
gotta bump up. They gotta bump up. Something you take in for for a time. I mean, they really do. Instead of 1 point, I mean, I know they add on to where you can get up to 1.8 million, but they have to have something increased to maybe 3 or 4 million that you would hit, and just have it come in because you get something like you hit a Thor that's like 4 million, and you have a jumbo jet. Now you have some serious shit coming in.
Increase
Yeah.
the amount in the deposit, but don't increase the difficulty. Keep them the same.
Has anybody else noticed that they're giving out jumbo jets like freaking water?
Yeah.
they are. But I mean, Adam, the only problem with that is then, okay, you
You've cut out.
but you get a giant with 5 million in it, say. 'Cause this is what you said, right?
Yeah, that's the only time I hit them.
All right.
Go for a
Okay.
super giant.
Yeah. Name it super giant, name it mega giant, whatever you want to name it. But I mean, how long is it going to take for that to collect then? Because I mean, as you said, you can do like 650s in the time it would take for a giant to collect, like right now.
If it took the same amount of time, I wouldn't have
No,
done.
you know what?
I could
You know what?
collect 10 of them.
You know what's funny is I had a jumbo jet running today, and alls I hit was larges. Those larges came in so quick. Giants don't come in that fast. What they need to do is speed the time up to take those in now, because you need so much Thor and everything else to come in. It's not even funny.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that one. I was gonna bring that up, but
It's just the time element. Why?
Yeah, I mean, collecting 240,000 thorium an hour. I mean, if you take a depot with like 3 mil in it, that'll take forever to come in.
Yeah, they got to speed up the time.
Yeah.
That was only good when you could hold a maximum
come
of
out-
4
you know
million Thor.
Even come up with a time like an op that not only like a jumbo jet, but something that will increase the time, that will come in faster. Something. I mean,
No. What they need to do is they need to make collection of a thorium deposit 500,000 an hour. Well, that's what they
Or,
need to do.
after an hour,
it's
put it all.
yeah, it's got to be higher than that though. The way stuff is going now, it would actually have to be even higher than 500,000 an hour.
Well,
Even
I mean,
if I wanted to hit a Thor deposit, the fuckers don't even spawn properly anymore.
what do you mean?
No, I agree. No.
There's either no Thor, the Thorium button's broken, you can't find any out on the map, and when you do eventually find some, because of all the time zones everyone's in, the time I get back from work, they've all got like 50,000 Thorium.
Well, I mean, I don't know about the Thor button has been broken forever, but I mean the easy
Everything's all the buttons been broken.
all of it's broken. I mean, the Thor button's broken. It's been broken, and they tried to fix it, and it's just not fixed.
For Christ's sake, all our tags have been gone since the event started, even before the event. You expect them to frickin' fix a button?
Yeah, really. I want my
happening.
damn tag back. I mean, where the hell's my damn tag at?
You got more chance of them fixing the button than you have of the fucking banks working properly.
We were actually joking. We're like, because, a lot of sectors would be like, oh, if you don't have a tag, or if you're not with a clan, you get hit. We were talking about, let's just start hitting the tag people, because it was nobody had a tag. It was like, really?
Hit everyone.
They're throwing so much of the game right now that they can't keep up with the bullshit. It's like, you know what? Take a step back. Fix what is going on with the game. That's all I ask for. Fix everything that's going on with the game. And then once that's all done, then start adding. I mean, come on. A Jackal? What's next? A freaking high-powered wheelchair?
Yeah, I agree.
It's freaking ridiculous at this point.
You know what's coming next, don't you? We've got the Halloween event. We're going to have some shit that
Probably
lets you
corrosive item.
zombify stuff.
Oh, no, you know what? All our units are going to spit out some fucking zombies or some shit like that. It's going to be zombie bombs, and it was like that last year. It was like, oh, really?
Now,
I bet you it'll be
like
aircraft. New aircraft. I'm betting you that's it.
no, they can't. They
Okay,
can't
so
bring on
what we got?
more.
Zombie.
No. You can't. There's no more aircraft. It's gonna be some kind of. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a freaking moped on wheels or something. You can't do more aircraft. Everything's getting hit by air.
Yeah.
If you can't fly in the base with air right now, it's insane.
K-Side doesn't know that. They don't even play the game.
What they need to
That's
do.
the problem.
What they need to do is they need to put it so your tech centre you can upgrade a ground unit and an air unit at the same time. They need to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Have like another building.
No, you don't even need another
Yeah.
building. You know what?
That would just be more upgrade.
They don't
You know
need
what?
another
No,
building
I
to be
would
able
like
to upgrade it. To be able to upgrade your fucking Phantom or your Archangel or whatever it is along the same time as, I don't know, your Ronin or whatever
Exactly,
you've got
yes.
going. Have them at the same time, because I'm not putting my tech centre on hold for 12 days for a Phantom to go to like level 5 when everything else in my ground units is Thor. I'm not doing it. My Phantom's still
I
level 2.
gotta tell you, when they do the next CC upgrade, it's not gonna be 5 days. It's gonna be like
20.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Who's
What was the
tying
last-
that up?
It was like
Or maybe-
16 days for the last one.
Or
wasn't
maybe
it?
like a 5-second upgrade, but with like 40 million Thor involved.
Oh no, they'll never do that because they're gonna want people to coin.
Yeah.
So,
Make it 80 million for them.
yeah, you know what? If you can collect a Thor and stuff like that, you know, if they were smart, they would do something with Thor. Do something with a small day upgrade, and people would actually pay coin to do that. These big upgrades, what the hell? I was just talking about the Phantom. Phantom's going to 4. The Phantom is, if you want, after you collected all the resources, it was still like a 300 and something coin. It's like, really? You know, if you collected all the if you made it more resources, it made it like 100, 200. Do you know how much coin I would spend for shit like that? It would be all day.
Yep.
Seriously.
It's like the one thing that they did, which I really liked, that I absolutely loved, was they put near enough all the SF tech to Thor upgrade. So you could max it out in a day, you could equip it to your units, you could test them out. Instead of waiting 2-3 days a level on one piece of tech that fucking turns out that you can't use it properly because it's fucking shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like the grenades. People are still having problems with those grenades.
I don't use them.
Well, see, if you don't use them, but I mean, people are having problems that they'll send like their tune out, or they'll even go into their base and they haven't used the tune, and it'll still say that they have a half-hour repair time to repair that grenade.
Yeah, that happened with me a lot. I think it's still going on right now.
Yeah, Kickside made a post about it saying don't use your gold to repair your tools, it'll take your gold, and it'll just keep happening again.
Yeah, that's complete BS. I mean, if they're gonna bring
But who's
something out like
using
that,
grenades?
then what?
Who's using grenades nowadays?
They brought them out for the SF. I mean, oh, some people really liked them.
Yeah, for the Sarkis, I think they're very useful.
For Sarkis, yeah, I use them ones, but I didn't do the Thor upgrade ones. I just kept them on the resource ones.
Oh, okay.
I pay in fucking 70 mil Thor upgrade shock grenade to level 2. Fuck that. I don't know. They just need to do more stuff that you can use Thor on. You know, it's stuff like you can't equip rocket armor while your dozer's busy. What the fuck is that all about?
Nah, maybe we ought to just take one event and just nobody plays the event, nobody coins or anything like that. Maybe that'll get their attention.
They're going the wrong way
I
to
don't know.
coin.
They definitely went the wrong way on trying to get coin now.
If they want to get coin, listen to the players. The players are paying you. If you do the opposite, they're not going to coin. If you do what they're listening to a certain degree, don't give us stuff for free. But listen to the players, meet us halfway. If we say, can you bring back the 5-second Thor upgrades for buildings, put it on some of the buildings that are essential. You know, like the rocket silo or the drone silo. Don't put it for everything. You know, meet halfway. Make the players happy.
Oh yeah. They've got to do something to make it a little better, because I mean right now, whoever's coining all this stuff. Well, I mean it's just like what one of our members said that he might coin his resources. I'm like, why would you coin the reso? I mean, that's just stupid. I mean, there is no way that you would spend that much coin to coin up all those reso buildings.
I can wait 12 hours. That's how long it takes.
It depends really, because I mean, I got some gold off Kickside before, and I used that gold because I didn't have enough oil and metal to do the next upgrade. I used that gold for the compression, like, base thing, the base compression, you know, the oil and metal.
Oh yeah, I've done one of the compressions, but I mean, I need to do more.
I ain't doing them anymore.
So.
I can put it on upgrade, go to work, come back and it's finished.
Yeah,
I've got bunkers at level 5 for fuck's sake. My dozer's packed up. My dozer can't handle anymore.
Well, like I said before, you know, you're back on the dozer. Well, still on the dozer. The dozer should be, you know, maybe once a week. You have the CC where you hit on the 60s and everything else. You know, once a week, maybe, you know, you have 2 dozers. Something.
Or they just allow you to coin a certain amount of gold to get another dozer.
Or maybe have a discount on coin. You know what? Half price, or 25% off, or 10%, or something like that. You know, they bring in so much more coin.
They did that before, though. They brought it in with 50% off, and everyone slated. Yeah, they brought it out before for like a day or something, for like 50% off the gold. But everyone started complaining at him, saying it's just another way to get gold out of players, and hardly anyone took it.
I would think that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There just has to be something done about Kitsai wanting so much coin, you know? I mean, they're just not even listening to us anymore. Because, I mean, people are still coining, and, I mean, they're just not listening anymore, you know?
Well, you know what? I got to tell you, they're listening more now than they were a year or 2 ago. They're trying to figure out what players want. I'll tell you, if they came out, they honestly, they can't do. You have to be on every day to see what they're gonna give you, like the CC on the 60s or something like that. If they were saying, all right, this one day we're giving out, a couple of days in advance, such and such a date, we're doing, just a CC on the 60s, or we're doing 10% off on, gold, where, to upgrade. They, give you a time to where you should be on. I think
Instead of just throwing it out.
yes, I mean, you have to be on every day. I'm sorry. Everybody has a real life. So you can't be on every day. If they did something like that, people would be like, all right, I'm going to be on that day. Even with the 60s, say the 60s. The one thing is, you can't do Raining Blood. You can't buy a Raining Blood op, which is
Put that in the gear
horrendous.
store. Put that
I
in the
mean,
fucking gear store.
if they put that in the gear store and they said, all right, on this Wednesday we're gonna do, just hit the CC, and they put that in the gear store, you know how many people, if you didn't have Raining Blood and you could buy it, you know how much gold they would make?
They would make a
It's really,
shitload.
I'm not the big, I own a wood floor, my company is Wood Floors. It's not that hard to figure out what you have to do to have the gold come in. Seriously. You could do so many different things, it's not even funny. I mean, I don't understand who's thinking up the marketing and all this stuff. It's insane.
Yeah, it really is. But I mean,
No,
I don't
I
know.
mean,
It's just how it's going now.
There are so many different ways that they could actually get, you know what, do this, do this, do this, do this, and they would pour in.
I don't want to hear it.
Sorry.
Yeah, really.
Wow, I just got told to shut up and I don't want to hear it. All right.
My bad about that. People are talking in the background.
No, that was actually pretty funny. No, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, there's so many different ways to do shit.
Yeah, I mean, hell, Bronto, you keep going, we'll have to make it a Bronto repo rant session, God, I
My
mean,
bad about that, Bronco.
we'll have to start charging to hear your rants now, too.
You know what's funny is I didn't think I was going on a rant, but there's just so many ways that you could do this game, and they're not getting it. I don't understand. It's so easy. They could collect gold. They could get people to pay so easy. It's not even funny.
If they did it the right way, and if they listened to the players. But
I mean, I don't know.
it's one of them things. If I wasn't playing this game for so long and met the people that I know, I'd have quit this game a long time ago.
You know what? It's not even. You know what? I've been saying this for the last year. It has nothing to do now with the game. If I didn't meet the people and have the friends I do on this game, I would have quit this game a long time ago.
Yeah.
The only thing that keeps me going today is all the friends that I've made. And that's
including me.
I think everybody would have quit the game by now if it wasn't for all the social aspect of it and how good the social aspect is.
Well, I gotta say, if I would have started this game and met SBS right off the bat, I definitely would have quit the game.
I tried quitting Bronco, but I'm just addicted to you. Yeah,
but they have you on that aspect. They do. I mean, social media, this, that, they think they're, oh my God, they think that they're going to make so much, and it's just, I don't know. There's so many ways to make money off this game, and they don't do it. It's freaking frightening. If I had the technology, if I play the game, and I gotta say, I'm not even close to one of the better players of this game. But if they set it up a certain way, I would spend money like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It is.
They just don't set it up right.
It's like a few things they can do, you know, put Raining Blood in the gear store or be able to buy, slow down on the upgrades, sort the cheats and the hacks out, you know, bring Thor 5 seconds back, sort out the map with the bases and the amounts that they give you, and just basic, simple stuff. Have an event every 2 months, 3 months. Give us a chance to play with the units, play around. You know, don't go out your way and fucking give everyone everything.
It's not even that. You know what? This game is called War Commander. I don't know. AA is the type of, we're the clan that likes to go to, fight wars. I don't know. We go and fight cheats. IB the same way. You know, we just got done with a 2-month war. And the way it is you want to fight. This upgrade crap, that's what it is. It's crap. You know, give us a break. Give us a break. Give us something, something well to coin. I don't know.
Just bring the fun aspect back into it.
Exactly.
Don't
That's
make it
what's
feel like you
needed.
have to log on. You have to collect resources. You have to collect thought. You have to get certain upgrades done. You have to make sure you log on to make sure you get this, that, and the other. It's a chore. You can't just jump to war with the units you have because you're still trying to upgrade them to a point where you can take bases. It's like you go to a war, someone hits you with a fucking Archangel, Elite Spectre, all their air, flattens you. It's like, what's the point in upgrading all these buildings that take 12 days to go back to get flattened again by a new unit? It's like the Rocket Sailor. You've got 2 Rocket Sailors. I still can't fight off a Spectre, an Archangel, a Sandstorm, a Titan, a shitload of Banshees. I can't do it all. Because
Yeah.
I've got so much crap to upgrade to keep up with it. I'm a level 42 and I've still got level 5 fucking bunkers. Because they were a week ago.
Well, you know what it is. I think their aspect of the game is on your base is if you went into a base, which a hacker's base, most of the time a really good hacker, you can't go and flatten the base.
Nope.
The way they have it, the way they're going, is you have to be able to flatten the base. And the way they're going now is you should be able to flatten the whole base with just the air that we have. So if you can't go flatten a base, I mean, people are going to lose interest.
Okay.
I mean, so they're not going to make your base, foolproof. They should be able to come up with a way that you could do both. Have a tough base. Have the equipment to go attack a tough base. That's where the happy medium should be, but they don't do it. It's all this equipment that, Sandstorm. I don't have it. Lo and behold, from last event, I hit all the bases, didn't get the Sandstorm. Hey, I've got all the parts for the Sandstorm, but I don't have it. You gotta come up with that happy medium. I don't know. It almost seems like if you're not a hacker, you can't have that happy medium, which is, it's kind of fucked. I shouldn't say kinda. It's really a mess. I mean, like I said earlier, you know, they had tools of, you know, spotting hackers early. He had a high level freaking, you know, base, and they had the elite Spectra. Well, now they're giving it away like candy. It's like, what are you doing? To give them this and to have the hackers come in the base, it's not going to bring in more. It's not going to bring in more coin.
No, it's really not.
Seriously. I mean, we just fought a 2-month war with TP with hacker bases. We got like what, 20 of them, 20 something, freaking almost 20 banned, and it was easy. I got, you know, you had like a, you know, a 3 or almost a 4 million, you know, and they had the Elite Spectra. All right, this guy has Elite Spectra. They have Sandstorm. They have this. They have that. You know, you send your ticket in. Yeah, ban, bang. What do? Oh, we're gonna give out these bases so you can get the Elite Spectra. I would rather not have the Elite Spectra, so you could sit there and spot them easier, quicker. It's not the other. So now we have to find all this other crap, you know, that you can't get.
Alright, well, I think we covered most of the main points for tonight. There was a possibility of having a one-on-one, but because of the event tonight, I don't think we're going to be able to do it. You know, I mean, we're all kind of in different sectors. We kind of have a little bit of a level gap, you know.
Well,
So,
no, I think the one-on-one, you should hit me in 95.
Yeah, it should be somebody hitting a 95. It should be the one-on-one because I mean that's a challenge right there. But we probably will not have a show next week. We're trying to do it like every 2 weeks, and it is hopefully by that time both A and IB will be in war zones, so we'll be able to broadcast a live one-on-one or a pre-recorded one-on-one. But I do believe that is all the points we had for the show tonight. If SBS or Bronco, you want to add anything in real quick before we head off?
No, it was just mainly like, you know, the updates we've had, the bases we've had. I'm sorry, Anthony Diaz, if we was boring.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
We're kind of sorry that it's boring. We're trying to make do with what we have tonight. We are revamping the show though. You know, we'll be more structured because this was a last minute thing. Because Rich and Wes are able to make it tonight. But if it's boring, don't fucking watch it.
There we go. That sounds good to me. I mean, if you don't like the way that it went down, then I mean, maybe just don't watch it. You know.
You know, we have the other 5,000-6,000 people watching it every week that we used to. We're going to revamp it. You know, we're going to make it more fun, more entertaining, better structure. But hey, if you want to waste your time listening to a bunch of guys talk about a game that you play for an hour once a week, then so be it. But don't complain if you don't like it. Just click that little X and go back to your game.
There you go. Alrighty, well, I thank you all for joining me tonight. So that way we could, I apparently, as some people thought in the YouTube chat, bore people, but I thought it was a real good show, guys, and hopefully we'll be in the war zone or a war the next time that we have a show.
Stay safe, have fun, complain about the event.
Alright, we will see you guys next time.